Welcome back, arcaders, blasphemers, and gamers alike. For today's video, thank you for joining me, and I am planning to do a project that I have been looking into for a while to show you guys about digital movie posters and how to do it in the most plug-and-play way. And I know how much you guys love plug and play, so let's get into it. This is definitely the part of the video that you do not want to skip because I need to explain a few things and the reasons why I'm going the route that I went versus the routes that are available. So let's talk about digital movie display posters. Basically, rotating movie posters on a screen in your game room or home theater. Now, typically it's done with a TV. You either go buy a TV or you have an old one laying around. So you can see I have a 32-inch box sitting next to me. Now, if you're using a TV, there are other components you need to think about. Number one, are you gonna have a mini PC with a movie player photo app on it? Then you have to worry about things like Windows Defender, TV software updates, and then also when you mount that TV, you're gonna have a gap about this big where it's gonna sit off of the wall. So then it just looks like a TV displaying your posters. Nothing wrong with that. I didn't want that. So a lot of people end up building a frame around their TV to give it that boxed in look so it actually looks like a light box so you can actually display your posters. I didn't really want to go that route because I thought there has to be a better way and an easier way. I ended up buying a 32-inch photo frame. This is actually a digital picture displayer frame, whatever you want to call it. It has a matte finish. There is no glare, so the photos and the images look amazing on it. It has an app on it as well if you'd like to use the app and send your posters or whatever to the screen. You can use micro SD cards, USB-C, or USB flash drives. Now, with all that being said, my idea was I'm gonna just go to some of these photo database websites and I'm gonna download the posters that I want. Maybe I only want a couple hundred. I quickly realized that they are all over the place. Resolutions are different, the sizes are different. There's a lot of fan-made uploads, so you're not really getting the actual movie posters. And I just quickly started to realize, okay, this is stupid. I don't want to go down this route. There has to be somebody who has a collection out there. That's when I ran into a guy named Noel Blackman from Blackman Customs. And this guy does it right. And he's one of a couple other people I've seen, but some of them want you to buy entire kits, which is fine. And if you want to spend the time to do a kit for a TV, that's one thing. I wanted something that looked like an actual framed poster display that actually looks like, you know, a digital poster box. With that being said, there are 15,000 posters on this 32 gig flash drive. One side is USB-C, the other side is regular USB. This is one of two options that Blackman Customs offers, and also this is called his Cinema Lounge line. So one option is you buy the flash drive or a micro SD and you can use it on your picture frame, so your digital frame. The other route is he sells a player. So it's a mini player box with an HDMI output that is meant for a TV only. Now you can use that on landscape mode or portrait mode, but in today's video, we're only focusing on portrait mode, and only portrait mode is available on the flash drive because that's what it's going to be used for. Full catalog, 15,000 matching high-res posters through my affiliate link. You do not want to skip this. I will drop it in the description below. I'm going to give you guys some fat discounts. The flash drive for $250 is going to be $199 through my link, and that is shipped. And the player is going to be $299 as opposed to the $350, and that is also shipped. The player does have some music, and I think it has some video with it. That's not really the focus of today's video. We're going to be talking about a plug-and-play solution without having to box and hang and do everything with a TV and worry about this, that, and the other thing, software stuff. Just have to plug this into this frame, turn it on, and hang it up. That's it. It doesn't get any simpler than that. It takes a ton of headache out of it, and you are up and running literally in minutes. I will drop a link to the actual frame that I have right here so you guys can buy the same frame. There are other options if you want a bigger one. They do make digital photo frames that come in 43-inch, even upwards of 65 and 75-inch. Now, when you get into the big ones, we're talking Sony, and they have a brand called The Frame. Super expensive, beautiful, but I think it's overkill. Now let's talk about the branding that you get that come on your posters. So the default graphic that you're going to see is going to say coming soon at the top, and it's going to say Technicolor at the bottom. Now, if you want him to go ahead and customize those exact fonts the way they are and have it say, you know, whatever the name of your game room is, now playing, you can have the name of your theater on it. That is free. He will do that using the same font that's already there. Now, if you want to take it a step further, which of course you know I did, I want to have a custom branded look on mine. So on the top and bottom of every one of my posters, it has now playing, and then at the bottom it says Barcade Cinema to look like my custom neon. I'll show you guys soon. If you want that look, it's an extra $25 to start. You can send over a logo or whatever it is that you got going on in your game room or your home bar, and he can add that in starting at 25 bucks. I would highly recommend doing it because it looks super dope. So without any further ado, let's get into the video, unbox this beast, and get it hung, and let's lose.
That one there's the penis pump.
Okay, gang, let's get this thing unboxed. Check it out. We got a huge 32-inch box that this frame comes in. I'm gonna show you guys what comes inside of it. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, fully unboxed here. You can see the frame. It was too hard to do. I didn't want to set up my tripod and I didn't want to do everything with one hand, but here we go. Frame is beautiful. Again, why I went with this model is because it actually looks like a frame. It is nicely framed around the outside, sits flush with the wall. It is boxed in. It actually looks more like an actual poster box or a movie poster light display. We have a remote control here. We have some screws and mounting hardware. You also get this mounting bracket that screws into the back, and it's on a swivel. I am not going to be using this because, again, I want this to sit flush on the wall and look like an actual frame. So that's there if you guys want to use it. Got a user manual. And there's also an app, and I think it's called NexFoto. You can use that if you'd like to bang your own photos over to the frame. You can actually send your own posters. Let's say you download your own posters, you get your own, you know, whatever, movie posters, band posters, stuff like that. But that's not what we're doing in this video. We are focusing on the movie posters and the micro SD and USB options available for that. But let's go ahead and prepare to get this thing hung on the wall. All right, so this thing is only 17 pounds. I went ahead and did one of those screw-in wall anchors right there, and you tap a screw into it. These things can hold 75 pounds, and we're just gonna hang it right on that. Easy as can be. Let me show you the back of this actual frame so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we are, back side. You can see we have a nice heavy-duty cable. There's a recessed area where your cable comes out of the bottom. It depends on you how you want to run your cable management. Of course, I'm going to be hiding mine inside the wall, and it is long. This thing is about 10 feet long, plenty of cable, and this is going to make it nice to sit flush. If you look up in the backside here, you're going to see there is a little USB-C slot. That's what we will be using. Some of these have micro SD, some have regular USB or USB-C. That is it. You plug it in and you play, and it looks beautiful. Now, you can see where I put that little wall anchor up there. There is a recessed area up top. I've already kind of fitted on the wall just to test it. You can hang it right on this little recessed area. Believe it or not, it doesn't go anywhere. There's little rubber feet on the bottom of it. So once you have it hanging on the wall, this is the bottom. These feet are going to grab the wall. So it's very easy to level it and you know, make it look nice and neat the way you want. But that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and get the cables managed, get it on the wall, and we'll go from there. Okay, finally ready to hang it up. I have a plug conveniently located on the other side of the wall in the bathroom. You can see I've cut a hole big enough that matches this square on the back side of the actual frame itself. So I can go ahead and shove the cable in the wall. I have a smart plug here that's already on my Echo device network with all my game room stuff. And yeah, this is not necessarily the most recommended way to do it. I'll later on go back in here and add a recessed box with a smart plug and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna do that. But either way, that's not really the point of this video. I'm just showing you what I'm doing for my cable management. If you guys would like to do some sort of cable management of your own, that's completely your call. If not, it's got that little recessed slot down the back so you can plug it in low, down the wall or whatever. But you know me. Anyway, let's get it hung up, see how she looks. Okay, so as I explained earlier, look, we just got our little 32 gig USB-C stick popped in, and that is it. That is all you have to do. Let's plug it in, hang it up, but it is literally that simple, guys. That's right, nighttime is the right time. I can't reveal a new toy in the game room unless it's dark and everything is lit up, because that's the way the good Lord intended it. But before we get any further, let's get our mind right. Oh, you guys are gonna love this shit. Dude, bro, mother, father. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the way to go. It is an absolute beauty. The video is not going to do this justice. So in the camera, it looks a little bit more washed out than it is in real life, but it is rich blacks. Everything looks so freaking good. Hold on, let's get another angle. Damn, it looks good. This is the Blackman Customs Cinema Lounge Collection on one flash drive. Plug and play. Now check this out. Nice and flush with the wall. Side angle looks great too. Look at that. Does that have a striking resemblance to something else? We are now playing in the Barcade Cinema. Let's get into this. I'm going to show you some stuff. This is paused. I actually have this rotation of the posters paused on this particular poster, just so I can gaze upon its glory. Let's get into some of the nuts and bolts here. As I said before, there are 15,000 posters on this flash drive. You literally plug it in. Oh, what do we have here? Damn, dude, everything looks so good. I have mine on a 15-second delay, so every 15 seconds is going to rotate to a new poster. You'll probably never see the same one twice unless you want to trim it down or you want to dump the file on your laptop and actually separate some things. That's totally up to you. They're all 1920 by 1080 resolution. They are a 16:9 ratio. So this has auto rotate. Whether you mount it portrait or wide angle, you're not gonna wanna mount it landscape. I mean, why would you? This is meant to be mounted in portrait mode. It will fit your 16:9 frame. Plug and play. Sorry, I just keep getting sidetracked. Everything looks so dope. So you can see it rotating. You just go ahead and plug in the flash drive. You plug in the frame, hang it. That is it. I have seen a ton of other ways to do this, but in my personal opinion, I think this is the simplest, easiest way to do it. I mean, all high-res images, all of the resolutions are fluid through each and every image. So he does it right. This is, I mean, I just can't speak highly enough about it. We got a remote right here. So this comes with your frame. I will drop the link to the exact frame that I bought so that you guys can purchase the same thing. Hey, Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars guy, but yet here it is. So if we have the remote, you can actually scroll through them quickly if you want to. And then you can see that every single poster is branded out with my custom Now Playing and Barcade Cinema at the bottom. This is a request that you can submit with your order. I'm gonna give you guys some fat discounts. There will be a website link dropped below in the description if you want to purchase that card or the USB. Whichever one fits your frame, you can pick either or using my Scantron 5K website link. But again, if you mount a TV, it's going to be hanging out away from the wall. A lot of people like to box them in with a wooden case. And then, you know, you have some other components there that, in my personal opinion, it's more fidgeting and, you know, messing with software and things that you might need to do. But hey, That's just one man's opinion. So by default, when you plug this thing in and it just starts doing its thing, it's gonna be on a 10-second rotation. I thought I would be fine with that, but sometimes I wanna see them just a little bit longer, so I changed mine to the 15 seconds. So we're gonna use the remote. You just pop in the center button there, and anytime you're on any poster, you can go ahead and use the menu across the bottom. Let's go to settings, and then you can see right here, you can change the background music. There's none on this particular USB flash drive. And then you can see the slideshow interval, 15 seconds. You can change that there. You can also change the transition effect. I went through all of them. I like the default best, but there's all sorts of stuff to mess with. And then if you just don't touch anything, it disappears. And let's go ahead and take a look at what you get if you do not want to pay the extra minimum $25 to have your own branding set up on these posters. So if you go ahead and just purchase the flash drive to plug into your frame, and you just want to let it ride, you don't want any custom graphics done, you're gonna see that coming soon. Oh, look at that, it. And then you're gonna see Technicolor across the bottom. Now, what he can do at no extra charge is use the same existing font and change it to Smith's Arcade or, you know, Jack's Home Theater, whatever you want it to say. It can say coming soon, now playing, and at the bottom you can brand it out, and that is no extra cost. But if you'd like a custom graphic done, you can go ahead and submit your design to him. It starts at 25 bucks, depending on how evolved it is. Then he might have to charge you some more. But you can see this is what the normal default package is going to include, but of course I went with custom branding mine because, hey, why wouldn't I? I want it to match my game room. And that is pretty much the gist of the branding. Now, as you can see, everything turned out so killer with this specific frame. You look at that. I mean, I know I've already gone over this, but I just can't get over it. It's got a nice black frame around it. It does not look like a TV. It actually looks like a backlit poster box. The possibilities here are endless. I couldn't be happier with the outcome. You know, obviously I'm a big fan of horror, so I have some stuff bundled here to show you guys some of the good. I think this is the absolute play if you are looking at doing a digital movie poster setup in your crib or in your game room, because what do we like here? Plug and play. That's exactly what this is. 15,000 posters. Man, I'm telling you guys. There you have it, guys. Blackman Customs, highly recommended. This is the simplest way, in my opinion. I've been looking into this a lot lately. This whole digital movie poster trend is kind of becoming a thing, and I really wanted to find the simplest solution to do it. I hope I was able to do that for you guys. I will drop every single link to everything that you guys need in the description. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, all the good shit. And if you haven't checked out my merch store, please give it a look. Get turned, you know, go shopping after you drink. That's what I always recommend. It helps with the buying process. Until next time, let's get our minds even righter, because I got some games to play tonight. Let's lose. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.